술이 죄냐? 네가 죄지. Yeah. Don't blame this West. Yeah. I came in here perfectly calm, had no reason to complain. Ordered something small and quiet, planned to stay inside my lane. Then somebody mentioned you just casually, just once, and suddenly my peaceful evening packed its bags and disappeared. 아이고 참, they say maybe it's the alcohol making you talk this way. No, 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 this drink didn't make that story. You did that all by yourself. Let's get the facts straight. You said you called, you didn't. You said you come, you vanished. Then 3 days later you appeared like nothing ever happened. 딱 걸렸어. So don't blame the bottle, don't blame the night, don't blame the ice melting under the light. I was holding this in long before this glass arrived. 술이 죄냐? 네가 죄지. Blame you, not the booze, that's the truth tonight. This drink didn't make you wrong, it just made me say it right. Blame you, not the booze, don't put this on my glass. I've been keeping quiet way too long about the past. I was polite, I played it cool. Now I'm finally breaking rules. 술이 죄냐? 네가 죄지. 한 잔 더. 술이 죄냐? 네가 죄지. 한 잔 더. Yeah, remember when you borrow money? Said I'll send it Friday morning. Which Friday? Because seasons changed, the leaves came down, and somehow Friday never came around. Amazing. And every time I brought it up, you'd suddenly get sentimental. Friendship isn't about money. Funny how you say that when it's my money. 아이고 참. You always got a reason, always got a brand new tale. Traffic, battery, bad reception. Dog ate something never fails. You don't even have a dog. 딱 걸렸어. Don't blame this little drink, it's innocent tonight. It's sitting there politely while I finally get it right. The bottle didn't call me late, the bottle didn't make me wait. The bottle didn't say 5 minutes, then arrive an hour late. 그러니까 blame you, not the booze, that's the truth tonight. This drink didn't make you wrong, it just made me say it right. Blame you, not the booze, don't put this on my glass. I've been keeping quiet way too long about the past. I was polite, I played it cool. Now I'm finally breaking rules. 술이 죄냐? 네가 죄지. 한 잔 더. 술이 죄냐? 네가 죄지. 한 잔 더. 생각할수록 많네. Now my friend across the table says I'm getting carried away. Yeah, 그만해, I'm almost done. That's a lie. Because I just remembered that little birthday situation. You ate half the cake, took the leftovers, then complained about the decoration. Who does that? And when everybody paid the bill, you suddenly needed the restroom for 25 minutes. 딱 걸렸어. 그건 좀 심했네. 내 말이. See, even he agrees. Now I'm not saying you're a terrible human being. I'm saying you got a very creative relationship with responsibility and punctuality and my patience. But here's the funny part. After all this talking, I'm starting to laugh more than I'm getting mad. Maybe that's what nights like this are really good for. Taking every little grudge and making it sound absurd. The drink didn't start the fire, it just turned on the light. 아이고, 내가 참 많이도 참았네. But maybe tomorrow I'll let half of this go. Half? Don't push it. Blame you, not the booze, but I'm laughing now. Every little thing you did sounds ridiculous somehow. Blame you, not the booze, break the glass and let it pass. Tonight I told the whole damn story. Tomorrow maybe it'll be the last. I was angry, now I'm cool. Maybe I was half a fool. But still, 술이 죄냐? 아니지, 네가 죄지. Blame you, not the booze. One more laugh before we leave. Some things aren't worth carrying when they're this funny underneath. 또 지 말만 맞다네. 그래, 너 다 맞아. 내 말은 안 다 되지. You got an answer before I finish the question. You got a lecture for every little suggestion. I say left, you say right. I say morning, you say night. And somehow by the end of every conversation I'm apologizing for having an opinion. 아이고 참. You don't listen, you just reload, waiting for your turn to tell me what I should know. I say, maybe there's another way. You say, nope, that was quick. You got facts, you got charts, you got stories from 2004. And if none of those things work, you just talk a little more. 내 말은 안 들리지? Always thinks they're right. Morning, noon, and night. Every little conversation turns into a fight. Always thinks they're right. Never misses a chance. I say one little sentence, you give me a TED talk back. 도저히 말만 맞다네. 그래 너 다 맞아. 세상 다 가져. 한 잔 더. Last week at dinner we were talking about the weather. Somehow 50 minutes later you were explaining human nature. How? I don't even know. You corrected the waiter, corrected the menu, corrected the way I was holding my spoon. 숟가락도 틀렸냐? 참나. Then you told me I was chewing too fast, drinking too slow, sitting too straight, laughing too low. Oh, you got opinions about opinions and backup opinions too. If confidence paid rent, you'd own the whole building. I try to nod, I try to smile, I try to let you have your way. But after one good drink, my patience starts to say, let go. Always thinks they're right. Morning, noon, and night. Every little conversation turns into a fight. Whoa, always thinks they're right. Never misses a chance. I say one little sentence, you give me a TED talk back. 도저히 말만 맞다네. 그래 너 다 맞아. 세상 다 가져. 한 잔 더. 한 잔 더. 아유 말 한 번 많다. You know what's funny? Even when you're wrong, you somehow make you sound like everybody else misunderstood. That's talent. You said I never said that. I said you texted it. You said that was taken out of context. It was 4 words. 딱 걸렸네. Then you leaned back, crossed your arms, gave me that wise little stare. Like a village elder who personally invented air. 아이고 참. You say trust me. That's usually when I stop trusting you. 그건 맞다. See, finally somebody agrees with me. Maybe I should let you in. Maybe that's the easy road. Save my breath, save my night, save another episode. You can be right, I'll be happy. We can both save lives somehow. But don't start explaining why I'm happy now. 진짜 하지마. Always thinks they're right. Go ahead, enjoy the night. Take the crown, take the throne, take the microphone. Always thinks they're right. I'm too tired to compete. You can win the argument. I'm just trying to eat. 도저히 말만 맞다네. 그래 너 다 맞아. 내가 졌다, 내가 졌어. Always thinks they're right. Tonight I feel alright. Always thinks they're right. But tonight I feel alright. Every little thing you say gets funnier in time. I used to get annoyed, now I just raise my glass. Some people need the final word, so I'll let you have the last. 내가 맞지? 그래, 거봐, 내가 맞잖아. 아이고 참. 도저히 말만 맞다네. 됐고, 한 잔 더. 참은 내가 바보다. Yeah. I said it. I kept saying it's fine, don't worry. Every time you cross the line, smile like I was made of patience and no problem every time. You came late, I said take your time. You forgot, I said never mind. You made a mess, I cleaned it up. Then somehow thanked you for showing up. 내가 왜 참았지? I thought being calm made me the bigger man. Turns out being calm too long just made you think I had no limit. Oh, there was a limit. I swallowed every word, let every little thing slide. Stacked them neatly in my head until till tonight. Now one drink says, maybe say what you mean. Let go. I was the fool for holding back, smiling while you drove me mad. Every little thing I swallowed kept on piling in the back. Oh yeah. I was the fool for holding back, acting like I didn't care. Now this glass is telling me I should have said it then and there. 참아 내가 바보다 이제 못 참아. 한 잔 더. Remember when you said I'll only need 5 minutes? 45 minutes later you were still explaining why 5 minutes is really just an estimate. That's not how clocks work. Then you borrowed my car, brought it back on empty, looked at the fuel light and said, was that already on? 참나. You took the last piece, asked if anybody wanted it. After you swallowed it, you said I didn't know. You were holding the plate, 내가 다 봤어. And me? I laughed, I actually laughed. That's when I should've known I had a problem too. Every 괜찮아, every dress, every more 그럴 수도 있지 was another tiny brick on top of my patience. Tonight that wall is taking the night off. 이제 못 참아. I was the fool for holding back, smiling while you drove me mad. Every little thing I swallowed kept on piling in the back. I was the fool for holding back, acting like I didn't care. Now this glass is telling me I should have said it then and there. 참은 내가 바보다 됐고. 한 잔 더. 한 잔 더. 한 잔 더. 어이구 참기도 많이 참았다. Now my friend says you could've just said no. 그냥 싫다 하지 그랬어. Thank you, very helpful now. Where were you 6 months ago? Maybe I like being needed, maybe I hated making waves. Maybe somewhere in my head I thought patience made me brave. But there's a difference between being kind and volunteering to lose your mind. That one took me a while, so next time you call and say, can I ask one tiny favor? I'm gonna breathe, count to 3 and say, 안 돼, see, that wasn't hard. Maybe I'll blame you, maybe I'll blame me. Maybe we both miss habit way too easy. You kept asking, I kept saying yes. Somewhere along the way we both forgot the rest. So tonight I'll raise this glass to one important lesson. 싫으면 싫다고 하자. 그게 맞지. Finally, some good advice. I was the fool for holding back, but I'm done with all of that. Can still be kind without carrying everybody on my back. I was the fool for holding back. Now I finally understand. Sometimes saying no is just as honest as lending someone a hand. 참은 내가 바보다 내가 왜 참았지. 이제 못 참아. 한 잔 더. I was the fool for holding back. Now the whole thing makes me laugh. All those nights I bit my tongue, could've saved myself the trouble. I was the fool for holding back, but tonight I'm feeling fine. Left my patience on the table, took my backbone back tonight. 그래도 너무 마시지 마. 알았어, 진짜 반잔만. 참은 내가 바보다. 근데 이제 알았잖아. 됐고 한 잔 더. 한 잔 더.
Come closer. I got something to say. Yeah, 얘기 좀 하자. I wasn't gonna mention names. I came here just to have a drink. But then you asked me how I've been, and now I got too much to think. You know that one with the sweetest little smile says, oh, I would never do that. Then does exactly that. 5 minutes later, 내 말이. Every time I try to let it go, somebody tells me one more thing. And suddenly my peaceful night needs another drink. Don't look at me like that, you know I'm telling the truth. You got stories too. I can see it all over you. 그러니까 let's talk about that one tonight. Just between us, keep it light. One little story, maybe two, then I'll forget what they put me through. Let's talk about that one tonight. Pour it slow and dim the lights. I swear I'm done after this, but first let me tell you what I missed. 한 잔 더. 한 잔 더. guess Monday they were so concerned. Tuesday they forgot my name. Wednesday they were everybody's friend. Thursday somehow I took the blame. Friday was special. They walked in 20 minutes late, looked at me and calmly said, why hasn't everybody started? What? Nemati? I smiled so hard my cheeks went numb. Said no problem, take your time. But in my head a tiny Django was committing several crimes. Ha! There it is. I said I'd be the bigger person, and I really gave him my best. But being mature gets tiring, so tonight I'm taking a rest. I'm more like, let's talk about that one tonight. Just between us, keep it light. One little story, maybe two, then I'll forget what they put me through. Let's talk about that one tonight. Pour it slow and dim the lights. I swear I'm done after this. But first, let me tell you what I missed. 한 잔 더. 한 잔 더. Don't sit there acting innocent. I saw your face when I said their name. You've been waiting for this moment. Go ahead, I'm listening. You say they borrowed your umbrella, gave it back 3 months too late. Then complained about the color. No way, 진짜로. Now we're both leaning on the table, laughing harder than we should. Turns out sharing little grudges makes the cheap drinks taste quite good. Not proud of it, but here we are. That bad, maybe we're dramatic too. Maybe tomorrow in the daylight we'll forget half of what we knew. But tonight, 걔 얘기 좀 하자. One more story, one more sip, one more you won't believe this bit. One more whisper, one more laugh, then we promise that's the last. 그러니까 let's talk about the one tonight. Nothing cruel, just something. Just two honest friends, they're naughty. Let's talk about that one tonight. Then let the whole thing fade from sight. No more grudges after dawn. Well, maybe one. 한 잔 더. We said this was the last one. 걔 얘기 좀 하자.
Forget it. Pour me another. I said I wouldn't talk tonight. I swore I let that story die. But one small drink became two, and suddenly I'm talking about you. You know, the one always smiling like a saint, acting sweet right to my face, then turning every little thing into somebody else's mistake.
I go, don't get me started.
Every time they walk in the room, they got an answer before there's a question. Every story somehow ends with them giving everybody a lesson. Oh, they're always right, of course they're always right. And me? I just nod and drink my coffee, smiling, nothing bothers me. But tonight this glass is saying, friend, you've been way too polite. So forget it, pour me another. I got one more thing to say. I don't hate him, no, 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 no. I just need 5 minutes to explain exactly why I do. Forget it, pour me another. Tonight I'm talking like no other. I held it in all week long. Now every little thing feels wrong. Forget it, filling my glass. Let me complain about the past. Tomorrow I'll be nice again, but tonight don't stop me, friend. One more. Remember Tuesday? Of course you do. They came in late, then blamed the clock. Remember Friday? Same old show. Took my idea, then stole the spotlight. Look at me keeping receipts like an accountant. After 2 drinks, I got dates, times, and supporting documents. I told you I was over it. Then why am I leaning closer, whispering like it's national news? Why does every sip remind me of another thing they used to do? Don't laugh, I'm serious. Well, mostly serious.
I don't hate them, that's what I said, but somehow their name keeps filling up my head.
I go one more round.
Forget it, pour me another. Tonight I'm talking like no other. I held it in all week long. Now every little thing feels wrong. Forget it, fill up my glass. Let me complain about the past. Tomorrow I'll be nice again, but tonight
Don't stop me, friend.
one more.
Now the bottle's getting lighter and my anger's getting brave. I've solved every problem in the world, from this tiny bar stool place. Maybe they talk too much, maybe I think too much. Maybe both can still be true. But don't get philosophical, I haven't finished complaining yet. They chew too loud, they text too late. They say no offense right before saying something offensive. They borrow things, forget to call, and somehow I still answer every single time they call. Wait, why do I still answer? Because maybe, just maybe, I don't dislike them quite as much as I claim. But don't tell them that. Poor or slow, the night's still young. I got half a grudge and half a song. Let me talk, let me laugh, let me exaggerate the other half. That's better. Tomorrow morning I wake up and say,
Why did you let me talk that way?
and you'll just smile, hand me water and say,
You asked for another.
forget it,
Pour me another. Tonight we're laughing at each other. All that anger I brought inside is getting smaller sip by sip tonight. Forget it, fill up my glass. Maybe this grudge won't even last. Tomorrow I'll say hello again
like nothing happened. Same old, forget it,
Pour me another,
one last story.
then no more.
Well, maybe one more. I said one more story.
Not one more bottle,
I go, door, me.
another.
딱 한 잔만 했는데.
또 시작이네.
Yeah, here we go again. Yeah, one drink in, one drink in. Yeah, one drink in, one drink in, and suddenly I remember every little thing I promised myself I'd forget.
I was doing fine, I really was. Then somebody said your name like it meant nothing at all.
생각나네. That time you called me late at night just to complain about your day. I listened for an hour, then you said anyway, enough about me.
Seriously?
내가 참았지. You always had a way of making every road lead back to you.
Every problem, every story, every conversation too.
And I would not say it's okay, like patience was my full-time job. But tonight one little drink has unlocked the whole damn box.
I said I wouldn't start, I said I'd keep it cool. But this glass knows all the things I never said to you. 그러니까
Don't encourage me.
one drink in, here we go again. Your name is dancing around my head again. One drink in, I'm telling my friend all the things I swore I never mentioned again.
I was calm at 7, reasonable at 8. By 9 o'clock I'm listing every mistake.
One drink in, here we go again.
한 잔 더. Remember that dinner? You showed up late, then spent 20 minutes telling us why we should have waited.
And that little favor you slept would take one day.
3 weeks later, I was still hearing, I'm almost on the way.
I go,
Exactly. You borrowed my charger, my jacket, my time, my patience too, then smiled and said, You're the best.
that's when I knew.
I was way too nice. 내가 참았지.
Now don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying you're the worst. I'm just saying after one drink you somehow come up first. 또 시작이네.
I know.
One drink in, here we go again. Your name is dancing around my head again. One drink in, I'm telling my friend all the things I swore I never mentioned again.
I was calm at 7, reasonable at 8. By 9 o'clock I'm listing every mistake. 잔 더. Now, my friend is laughing, saying you've told the story twice.
3 times.
3? Well, the third one had more detail.
Somewhere between the second glass and whatever, this one is all my righteous indignation turned into comedy.
Now I'm doing impressions, copying how you used to talk. Leaning back, waving my hands, recreating now you walked.
Don't laugh, it looked exactly like that.
Maybe I'm dramatic, maybe you're annoying. Maybe both things can be true tonight.
Maybe I should let it go, maybe I will by morning. But right now, the story's finally funny. 생각나네. All those little things that used to make me mad. Somehow with a drink that I'm feel quite so glad.
그럼 됐네.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
One drink in, here we go again.
But now I'm laughing more than complaining.
One drink in, talking with my friends.
Turns out every grudge gets lighter in the end. I was mad at 7, wrenching hard at 8. By 10 o'clock, say
maybe they weren't that bad.
진짜?
No.
Maybe a little. One drink in.
One drink in, here we go again.
One of a story, one good friend.
Say their name, raise the glass. Let the whole thing stay in the past.
한 잔 더.
진짜 마지막이야.
알았어, 알았어.
근데 걔가 말이야.
또 시작이네.
또 시작이네.
내가 그 인간 때문에.
또 누구?
You know exactly who? Yeah. I woke up feeling peaceful, had my coffee, took my time. Told myself today would be a perfectly ordinary life. Then my phone lit up and there it was, that name I didn't need to see. One little message, 4 little words, and suddenly no peace for me.
참나?
Can you do me a favor? Oh, I've heard that line before. A favor starts in 5 minutes, then somehow takes the whole damn day. And when the mess is finally over, they smile and walk away. I said, no problem, like a fool. I said, sure, I'll handle that. But inside my head, a tiny voice said,
Man, don't fall for that. 그러게.
too late.
Because of that damn person, here I am again, telling the same old story
To the same old friend.
Because of that damn person, my peaceful night's gone bad. I wasn't even drinking.
Now look what you made me have.
내가 그 인간 때문에.
One more sip, one more complaint, one more reason I deserve this drink.
한 잔 더.
They'd always need a ride, always need advice, always need somebody to fix what they broke twice. But when I need one tiny thing, suddenly they're very busy. Phone on silent, battery dead, life is just too dizzy.
Convenient.
진짜 편하겠다.
Exactly.
And every time I swear this is absolutely the last. 2 days later there I go, helping them again too fast.
My friend says,
Why do you answer?
I don't know. Maybe I'm nice, maybe I'm stupid.
둘 다?
Hey,
내 말 좀 들어봐. Kept my mouth shut all day long. Now the truth is coming loose. Every sip is opening another chapter of abuse.
okay, abuse is dramatic.
But you get the point. Because of that damn person, here I am again, telling the same old story to the same old friend. Because of that damn person, a peaceful night's gone bad. I wasn't even drinking. Now look what you made me have.
내가 그 인간 때문에.
One more sip, one more complaint, one more reason I deserve this drink.
한 잔 더.
You want the funniest part? After everything I said, if they call me right this minute, I'll probably help again.
What?
Don't ask. Maybe 12 years of knowing someone does strange things to your brain. You curse them over dinner, then drive them home and brain.
Maybe they're impossible, maybe I'm impossible too.
Maybe that's the reason we keep making it through.
But tonight I'm still complaining.
So don't ruin my momentum.
알았어, 계속해.
Thank you. They talk too much, they call too late. They never show up when they say hey. They steal my fries, they lose my stuff. They say relax when I've had enough. 참나. But pour it slow, I'm cooling down. All that anger is funny now.
Maybe this drink did something right. Turn my grudge into a song tonight.
이제 풀렸어?
Almost.
Ask me after one more.
Because of that damn person.
Here I am again, laughing at the story.
With my favorite friend. Because of that damn
I lost an hour tonight, but every little complaint somehow made the mood feel right.
내가 그 인간 때문에.
I came in mad, I'm leaving with fine. Maybe that fool ain't worth my time.
One more sip, 또 말이란.
Tomorrow they'll probably call again.
받을 거야.
아마도, but tonight
내가 그 인간 때문에.
But 시작이네.
됐고 한 잔 더.
한 잔 더! 앞에서는 웃더니 뒤에서는 뭐래? Yeah. I heard everything. You walk right up with a friendly little smile. Ask me how I've been, stood there talking for a while. Take care, see you soon. You know I'm always on your side. 5 minutes later you were somewhere else, telling a completely different story. 참 잘한다. At least pick one version. You shook my hand, said everything was fine. Then somehow by lunchtime I was the villain in your mind. 내가 다 들었어. If you're gonna talk, at least make it interesting. Don't recycle the same old lines like nobody's listening. You smiled so sweet, I almost believed it too. 앞에서는 웃더니 Smiling to my face, talking when I leave, saying all the right things you don't really mean. Smiling to my face, then changing every word. Funny how you whisper when you think you won't be heard. 앞에서는 웃더니 뒤에서는 뭐래? I came here calm now, pour that glass. We're gonna laugh about your double act. 한 잔 더. You told one friend I never called, told another I called too much. You said I'm quiet, then said I'm loud. Which one is it? I'm getting confused. You said he's such a good guy right before adding, but let me tell you something. There it is. That little butt does a lot of heavy lifting. 참 잘한다. You make a great politician after campaign was held at this table after midnight. 야 너무 간다. 아니 내 말 좀 들어봐. You even complained about the way I laugh. My laugh? Now you're just collecting hobbies. I could have been angry, I could have made a scene, but somehow with this drink the whole thing feels like comedy. So keep your smile, I'll keep my glass. 내가 다 들었어. Smiling to my face, talking when I leave, saying all the right things you don't really mean. Smiling to my face, then changing every word. Funny how you whisper when you think you won't be heard. 앞에서는 웃더니 뒤에서는 뭐래? I came here calm now, pour that glass. We're gonna laugh about your double act. 한 잔 더. Here's the funny part. Tomorrow when we meet, you smile exactly the same and I probably smile back. Why? Because I'm grown or tired. Probably tired. You'll say good morning, I'll say good morning. Both of us knowing there's a whole television series hiding behind those two words. 그냥 말하지 그래. No. Where's the fun in that? Besides, maybe someday you'll figure out that everybody talks and everybody eventually hears. Especially when you tell the same story to 6 people. 내가 다 들었어. All 6 versions. Maybe I should thank you, you gave us something to discuss.
Turned a boring Saturday into 2 hours about us.
Every little whisper,
Every exaggerated line sounds less irritating now with dice and a little time.
so I'm not mad anymore. Mostly, 진짜, don't ruin the moment. Smile into my face.
Talking when I leave, tonight your little performance doesn't bother me.
Smile into my face.
Go ahead and play your part, holding Terry in your gossip like it's sewn inside my heart. 앞에서는 웃더니
뒤에서는 뭐래?
no epic word just makes us laugh. Raise the glass and let it pass.
한 잔 더.
Smile into my face, maybe that's okay. Tomorrow we'll both smile again and go about our day. But if you're gonna talk about me, do one small thing right.
Make me sound cooler. 참 잘한다.
앞에서는 웃더니
뒤에선 뭐래? 그만하고 마셔. 알았어. 안 미워해? 근데 말이야, 또 시작이네. yeah. I don't hate you, let me make that clear. I said the same thing about 5 times this year. You're not a bad person, that's not what I mean. You just have a special talent for getting underneath my skin. I don't hate the way you talk, I just wish you'd stop sometimes. I don't hate the way you're late, I just wish you understood time. Oh, 욕은 아니고, I'm just explaining. You ask me how I'm doing, then interrupt before I speak. Somehow every conversation becomes your autobiography. 안 미워한다며?
안 미워해.
I just have notes. One little drink, one little name, and suddenly I'm doing this again. I said I'm over it, I said we're fine. Then somebody pours another, and I remember 9 more things. 근데 말이야, I said I don't hate you, then I start again, telling every little story to my patient friend. I said I don't hate you, I swear that part is true. I just somehow need 2 hours to explain what's wrong with you. 안 미워해, 욕은 아니고, I'm just saying you make it difficult. 한 잔 더. You remember birthdays 3 weeks after they passed, then say I was just about to call. Sure. You borrow something Friday, say you'll bring it back that night. Monday comes, Tuesday goes, now somehow it lives at your house. 참 신기하지. You always say, don't take this personally, right before saying something extremely personal. And then when I look annoyed, you say, why are you so sensitive? 이거 참 그래도 미워하는 건 아니지?
아니라니까.
I just remember everything, like the dinner when you said you split the bill, then suddenly discovered you left your wallet in another jacket. You weren't wearing another jacket. 딱 걸렸지. I try to change the subject, I really do my best, but somehow every road tonight comes right back to this. I say, enough about them. 그래, 그만해. 근데 하나만 더. I said I don't hate you, then I start again, telling every little story to my patient friend. I said I don't hate you, I swear that part is true. I just somehow need 2 hours to explain what's wrong with you. 안 미워해, 욕은 아니고, I'm just saying you make it difficult. 한 잔 더. 안 미워한다니까, 왜 자꾸 웃어? 안 미워한다니까, 안 미워한다니까, 왜 자꾸 웃어? Yeah. Now my friend is keeping count every time I say I'm done. 벌써 7번째야. 7? That seems high. Okay, maybe I complain, maybe I enjoy it too. Maybe half the entertainment is sitting here talking about you. Because if you were really awful, I'd have walked away by now. But somehow after all these years, you're still hanging around. And when things get serious, you're usually the first to call. So maybe all these little habits aren't the whole story after all. Oh, 이 이제 좀 말 나오네. Don't get excited, I haven't finished. 근데 말야 또 시작이네. Maybe that's friendship, maybe that's life. Loving somebody while complaining all night. Maybe you drive me crazy, maybe I do the same. Maybe tomorrow you'll be sitting right here complaining about my name. Fair enough, but tonight it's my turn. 안 미워해 진짜 근데 하지마 알았어 딱 하나만. I said I don't hate you, then I start again. But now I'm laughing harder than I was back then. I said I don't hate you, and maybe that's the clue. If I really couldn't stand you, I wouldn't talk this much about you. 안 미워해 진짜 안 미워해. 욕은 아니고 조금 답답할 뿐이야. 조금. 오늘만큼은 다 말할래? 다 들어. yeah. 오늘만큼은 다 말할래? 다 들어. All week long I kept it nice, bit my tongue and paid the price. You said something, I let it pass. You did it twice, I still just laughed. But every fine, every okay, every little thing I didn't say has been sitting right behind my teeth, waiting for a night like this to finally breathe. 참 많이 참았다. You always say, tell me if something's wrong. Well, you asked for it. So pull your chair a little closer. Don't interrupt until I'm over. Tonight I'm not editing a thing. Every little truth is coming in. 내 말 좀 들어. Tonight I'm saying everything, every little hidden thing. All the words I swallowed down are finally coming out somehow. Tonight I'm saying everything. No more smiling, no pretending. I was quiet way too long. Now this drink has got me strong. 오늘은 다 말할래. 됐고 내 얘기부터 들어. 한 잔 더. First of all, you never listen. You just wait for your position. I say one thing, you say 10. Then somehow we're back there again. Second, you say I'm almost there, when you're still washing your hair. 그게 거의 다 온 거냐? Third, you borrow every little thing. Forget exactly where it's been. My charger, my jacket, my umbrella too. Somehow half my house lives with you. Yeah, 우산은 돌려줬잖아. 3 months later, that doesn't count. And don't get me started on the way you say I'm only being honest. That's usually the warning before something rude. 참나. I kept a list without even trying. Turns out patience has perfect timing. I said let it go, I said be mature. But tonight, 안 되겠다. Tonight I'm saying everything, every little hidden thing. All the words I swallowed down are finally coming out somehow. Tonight I'm saying everything. No more smiling, no pretending. I was quiet way too long. Now this drink has got me strong. 오늘은 다 말할래. 내 말 좀 들어. 한 잔 더. 아직 안 끝났어. Now here's the part I never say. You drive me crazy but you stay. When things go wrong you show up fast. Even if you're late for everything else. That's confusing. You steal my fries but by the next round. Talk too much but stick around. You make me mad and make me laugh. Sometimes within the same damn half. 그래서 싫다는 거야 좋다는 거야. That's not the point. Don't ruin my speech. Maybe that's why I kept it in. Because underneath all the complaining I knew if I really didn't care I wouldn't still be sitting here. 그래도 오늘은 말할 거야. I'm saying you annoy me. I'm saying you're a pain. I'm saying every simple plan gets complicated again. But I'm also seeing when I need someone, you're usually there before anyone. So maybe tonight isn't just a rant. Maybe it's everything I usually can. 참 많이 참았다. 좀 말도. Oh, 이제야 가만히 있어. Tonight I'm saying everything. The bad, the good, the in between. Hey, all the things I never say. You're finally on the table.
You can drive me up the wall and still be who I choose to call. 오늘은 다 말할래. 너 진짜 답답해. 근데 없으면 또 심심해. 뭐야 그게 몰라. Tonight I'm saying everything. Tonight I'm saying everything. Tonight I'm saying everything. Raise the glass and let it rain. All that anger, all that noise turns into another story for the boys. Tomorrow morning, or the night half of this, you remind me of every bit. 녹음해놨어. 뭐? 지워. 녹음해놨어. 뭐? 지워.
그 얘기만 나오면 술맛 돈다. 또 그 얘기야 잔 채워. I was drinking slow, having a peaceful night. Then somebody said your name, and nothing felt quite right. I said I'm over it. There's nothing left to say. Then picked my glass back up and started anyway. 아이고 참. One little name, one little memory, and suddenly that empty glass is staring back at me. Don't blame the bottle, don't blame the mood. Complaining about you just goes too well with food. 잔 채워. Your name makes the drinks go down. One little word, another round. I was sipping slow, now look at me, telling old stories like they're breaking news to me. Your name makes the drinks go down. Every time they bring you around, I don't miss you, don't get me wrong. I just drink faster when your name comes along. 그 얘기만 나오면 술맛 돈다. 한 잔 더. Remember when you said, trust me, I have a plan? That's when everything stopped going according to plan. We missed the train, lost the keys, walked 3 blocks the wrong way with ease. And you kept saying, this is fun. 뭐가 재밌어? The next morning, you remember nothing while I was still looking for all of our stuff. 그래도 웃겼잖아, 그건 또 그래. And there it goes, another sip, another story from the same old trip. Maybe it's the memory, maybe it's the night. Maybe talking about you makes the drink taste right. 그럼 그만 마셔. 그건 아니지. Your name makes the drinks go down. One little word, another round. I was sipping slow, now look at me, telling old stories like they're breaking news to me. Your name makes the drinks go down. Every time they bring you around, I don't miss you, don't get me wrong. I just drink faster when your name comes along. 그 얘기만 나오면 술맛 돈다. 한 잔 더. My friend is laughing, says he knows what's going on. 네가 계획이 좋아하는 거 아냐? 말 조심해. I don't like the story, I just know it very well. You gave me enough material for 20 nights to tell. Every late arrival, every promise you forgot. Every I'll call you back that somehow you did not. But when things got serious, you showed up once or twice. 한두 번, 오늘은 좀 말하지 말자. Maybe you weren't all bad, maybe I wasn't always right. But somehow, when they say your name, my glass gets light. Some names bring anger, some names bring pain. Your name brings another round again. Maybe that's healing, maybe that's dumb. After one more drink, I'll forget where this came from. 그 얘기만 나오면 술맛 돈다. Your name makes the drinks go down. But now I'm laughing anyhow. Every little thing that made me mad sounds pretty funny with the drink in hand. Your name makes the drinks go down. One more story, one more round. Leave the old days on this table tonight. Raise the glass and let it slide. 그 얘기만 나오면 술맛 돈다. 너 먼저 꺼냈어, 내가 껐고. 한 잔 더. 그 얘기 하나 더 있는데 말해봐. 한 잔 더. 내일 보면 또 웃겠지만 오늘은 좀 욕하자. Tomorrow when I see you, I'll probably say hello. Smile like nothing happened, like I always do, you know. You'll ask me how I'm doing, I'll say fine, and you. Nobody would ever guess what I said about you tonight. 아이고 참. You make me lose my patience, then somehow make me laugh. I swear I'm done with you at least 3 times a month. Then there you are again calling like nothing went wrong. And there I go answering every single time. Maybe I'm too soft, maybe you're too much. Maybe that's the strange little glue that keeps us stuck. 그래도 친구지 뭐. Tomorrow I'll smile again like tonight never happened. All the things I'm saying now will disappear by then. Tomorrow I'll smile again, but tonight let me complain. Pour another little glass and let me say your name. 내일 보면 또 웃겠지만 오늘은 좀 욕하자. 한 잔 더, 한 잔 더. You always show up late, but somehow bring the snacks. Borrow 20 little things, return maybe half of that. You talk right through my story, then say sorry. What you say? Nothing, forget it. Then when I'm really angry, you do one decent thing, and suddenly my whole complaint loses half its sting. That's annoying too. 왜 하필 그때 잘해? You know exactly when I'm ready to give up, then show up with some food and say, 야, 먹어. 뭘 사왔는데? Maybe that's why I never stay mad long. You got terrible timing, except when it matters most. 참나, 그래도 친구지 뭐. Tomorrow I'll smile again like tonight never happened. All the things I'm saying now will disappear by then. Tomorrow I'll smile again, but tonight let me complain. Pour another little glass and let me say your name. 내일 보면 또 웃겠지만 오늘은 좀 욕하자. 한 잔 더, 한 잔 더. My friend across the table says, why don't you just cut them off? It's complicated. We've known each other too long, seen too many stupid days, too many bad decisions, too many ridiculous mistakes. Some people come and go, some somehow stick around, even when you swear you don't want them around. And if somebody else talked bad about you tonight, I'd probably defend you. 방금 2시간 욕했잖아. 그건 내가 하는 거고. Maybe that's friendship, annoying but true. I can't complain all night and still show up for you. Maybe by morning I forget half the fight, and when you smile at me I'll smile back. Alright. 내일 보면 또 웃겠지. 근데 오늘은 한마디만 더 하자. Tomorrow I'll smile again and probably call you friend. All the anger on this table won't survive until the end. Tomorrow I'll smile again, so tonight I'll let it out. One more laugh, one more complaint, then we're done talking about. 진짜 끝? 진짜. 근데 하나 생각났다. 아이고 참. Tomorrow I'll smile again. That's just how this story ends. You can call me half insane and somehow still remain my friend. 내일 보면 또 웃겠지만 그래도 친구지 뭐. 됐고 한 잔 더. 내일은 웃자. 오늘을 마시고. 에이, 생각할수록 열받네. 에이. 에이. 생각할수록 열받네. I was fine 5 minutes ago. Swear I had it under control. Then I remembered one small thing, and down the rabbit hole I go. You said, don't make a big deal. That's funny coming from you, the one who turns a tiny problem into a 3-day interview. 아이고 참. I tried to let it go. Took a sip, changed the subject. Then my brain said, wait a minute, remember what happened next? Oh no, here we go. The more I think, the more I find another little reason hiding in my mind. I was calm, I really was. 근데 생각해보니까 the more I think, the madder I get. Every little thing I tried to forget. The more I think, the more it burns. Every sip brings another memory back in turn. 생각할수록 열받네. 아이고 참.
I said I'll let it go tonight.
Let go. 한 잔 더. Yeah. You remember that promise, leave it all to me. Yeah, I left it all to you, that's exactly why nothing got done. Then you looked at me like somehow I misunderstood. 그걸 말이라고 해? You said I thought you were handling it. No, you literally said I'll handle it. Words have meanings, and the worst part, I apologize. Why did I apologize? 그러게, don't agree that fast. Now I'm mad at you and slightly mad at myself. Every time I think I'm done, another memory joins the line. Like they're taking numbers just to ruin my night. 하나씩 나와 하나씩. The more I think, the madder I get. Every little thing I tried to forget. The more I think, the more it burns. Every sip brings another memory back in turn.
생각할수록 열받네.
아이고 참.
I said I'll let it go tonight.
Let go. 한 잔 더. 아까보다 더 열받네. Now my friend says, maybe stop thinking. 그만 생각해. Excellent advice. How? My brain is replaying the director's cut, bonus scenes, deleted scenes, everything I forgot. That look you gave me, the thing you said, that message at midnight I should've left unread. But somewhere around the third complaint, it starts getting funny instead of making me insane. 이제 좀 풀렸냐? 조금.
Don't rush me.
Maybe anger needs a chair, a good friend, and a drink. Somewhere safe to put it down before you overthink. Maybe by tomorrow I won't care at all, but tonight I'm gonna finish every item on the wall. 마지막 하나만, 아까도 마지막이라며 이번엔 진짜야. The more I think, the madder I get. Then now I'm laughing at half of it. The more I think, the lighter it feels. Maybe saying it out loud is how the whole thing heals.
생각할수록 열받네.
근데 좀 웃긴 해.
아이고 참.
됐고 이제 집에 가자. 그래 한 잔만 더 생각하지 말자. 근데 걔가 말야 Come on 에이. 그만 술잔 놓고 들어봐. 왜 또? 내 말 아직 안 끝났어. Every time I start the story, you reach down for your drink. Then somewhere between two sips, you forget what I was saying. No, look over here. This part matters. You remember when he told me, don't worry, I've got your back. Then the second trouble showed up, guess who disappeared like that? 잠깐만, that's not even the best part. Next morning he called me, asked why I sounded mad, like the whole damn night before was a dream I somehow had. 내 말이, so put that glass down, give me 2 minutes. Don't say good before the story's finished. I've held this in for way too long. 술잔 놓고 들어봐. Put your glass down and listen. I ain't done with this yet. There are 3 more little details you ain't even heard yet. Put your glass down and listen. Don't you change the subject now. I waited all week for this moment, so you're hearing me out. 내 말 아직 안 끝났어 잠깐만 then you can drink 진짜? 나도 한 잔 더 First he said he'd help me then he said he never knew Then he said somebody told him I already handled it too 3 stories One afternoon, that's impressive Then when I showed the message right there on my phone He stared at it 5 seconds and said That's not what I meant though 그걸 말이라고 해 My friend, I'm not asking you to solve the case tonight Just nod at the correct places and tell me I was right 그래, 네가 맞아 Too fast Put some feeling into it 아이고, 네가 맞다니까 That's better Now don't pick up the glass I'm coming to the good part This is where he somehow made himself the victim Exactly Put your glass down and listen I ain't done with this yet There were 3 more little details You ain't even heard yet Put your glass down and listen Don't you change the subject now I waited all week for this moment So you're hearing me out 술잔 놓고 들어봐 내 말 아직 안 끝났어 목마른데 조금만 참아 자 이제 진짜 핵심이야 자 이제 진짜 핵심이야 By now my friend is laughing Says I told this twice before 7 That is not the point Maybe I'm repeating Maybe details have been added Maybe every time I tell it The villain gets more dramatic But don't interrupt the artist I got timing, I got suspense I got evidence and righteous confidence And after all this talking I can feel the anger fade Turns out saying it out loud Makes the whole thing less insane 이제 다 했어, almost One final point Maybe tomorrow I won't care at all Maybe we'll meet and laugh in the hall Maybe tonight I just needed a friend To hear the whole story From beginning to end So thanks for listening 이제 마셔도 돼? 근데 또 왜? 생각난 게 하나 있어 Put your glass down and listen Okay, just one final thing Then I promise after this one You can drink anything Put your glass down and listen Laugh it off and let it pass All the things that made me angry Sound ridiculous at last 술잔 놓고 들어봐 내 말이 끝났지 끝났어 확실해 그럼 마셔 좋지 한 잔 더 술잔 독을 하다니 네가 제일 먼저 드네 그건 그거고 그건 그거고 걔 원래 그런 인간이야 또 뭔데? 들어봐 yeah. Every time I get surprised Somebody tells me why You knew exactly who they were So why'd you even try? They say I'll be there at 7 That means somewhere close to 9 They say I'll only stay 10 minutes Better cancel half your night 또 저러네 They borrow what they need, forget where it belongs And somehow when you ask for it You're the one who's coming on Too strong 원래 그렇잖아 내 말이 Maybe that's the answer, maybe I should know Stop expecting apples from a tree that never grows Every time I say this time they'll change 기대하지 마, that's just how they are Don't expect too much They'll promise you the moon Then forget to stay in touch That's just how they are Same old song again You can get mad every Friday Or just pour another round my friend 걔 원래 그런 인간이야 기대하지 마 알아 아는데 한 잔 더 They always say, don't worry, you can count on me That's usually the moment I start making plan B They forget the reservation, lose the address Bring the wrong thing, then look around and say Why is everybody stressed? 니 때문이야 But here's the funny part They never look embarrassed, they just smile Shrug their shoulders and somehow carry on Confidence like that should come with instructions 그러려니 해, that's what everybody says But 그러려니 gets expensive after 10 years
is maybe I should stop trying to fix the weather. Rain is gonna rain whether I complain or not.
걔 원래 그런 인간이야.
That's just how they are. Don't expect too much. They'll promise you the moon, then forget to stay in touch. That's just how they are. Same old song again. You can get mad every Friday or just pour another round, my friend.
또 저러네. 기대하지 마.
한 잔 더.
사람 쉽게 안 변한다더니 진짜네. Now my friend says you knew this years ago. 내가 몇 번 말했냐. Don't start, he's right, which makes it worse. I keep ordering patience like it's something they can learn, then act shocked every single time when nothing takes a turn. Maybe I'm the funny one waiting for a brand new scene from somebody who's been playing the same character since 17. 아이고 참, that's on me. And yet if they call right now saying 야 큰일 났어, I'd probably ask 어딨네? 거봐 조용히 해.
Maybe that's friendship, maybe that's fate, knowing someone's habits and showing up anyway.
I don't have to change them, I don't have to try.
I can hold my eyes, say what I know, and
Let the whole thing slide. 걔 원래 그런 인간이야. 이제 알았냐? 알았는데 오늘도 확실해졌어.
that's just how they are. Same as yesterday. They'll drive you half insane, then somehow make you stay late. That's just how they are. Maybe that's okay. I can stop expecting miracles and laugh it off today.
걔 원래 그런 인간이야. 기대하지 마. 또 저러네. 그러려니 해. 그래 금요 오늘은 욕 좀 하자.
한 잔 더.
매일 만나면 또 웃을 거잖아. 그건 내일이고 오늘은 마셔. 한마디만 더 하고 마실게. 아까도 그랬어. 이번엔 진짜. I know I said I'm finished, I know I said we're done, but right before I take this drink I remember just one. The little thing you did last week, the one I let go by. You smiled and said it wasn't me while standing right beside the crime. 잠깐만, that's not even why I'm mad. It's the way you look surprised, like I hadn't watched the whole thing with my own two eyes. 참 잘도 모른다. I said forget it, I walked away, then spent 3 days remembering what I should have said. So before I drink, give me 30 seconds, one tiny point, one small correction. 또 시작한다. 내 말 아직 안 끝났어.
One more thing before I drink, just one thought before I blink. I've been holding this all night, let me finally say it right. One more thing before I drink, don't you rush me, let me think. I swear this really is the last.
진짜?
진짜 마지막이야.
한마디만 더, then I'll drink. You always say let's keep it simple, then somehow make it hard. Turn a 2-line conversation into a full report with charts. I ask yes or no, you say well technically. Here we go. You tell me not to worry, then list 17 reasons why. And when I finally start worrying, you ask why I'm so uptight. 그걸 말이라고 해? And every time I'm ready to give you one good answer, you say anyway, forget it, no, come back. Now I got something to say, so put that bottle down, don't pour it yet. There's one small detail you somehow forgot. 몇 번째 마지막인데 사지 마.
One more thing before I drink, just one thought before I blink. I've been holding this all night, let me finally say it right. One more thing before I drink, don't you rush me, let me think. I swear this really is the last.
진짜?
진짜 마지막이야. 한마디만 더.
자, 진짜 마지막. 자, 진짜 마지막. 자. 진짜 마지막. Now my friend is leaning back. He doesn't even look surprised. 말해. That attitude is unnecessary. But since you're listening, remember when you said I'm never late? Exactly. You were late to your own birthday, late to dinner, late to lunch. Once called me from the parking lot and said I'm basically here. You were 20 minutes away. 내 말이. Then somehow after all this complaining I'm starting to feel fine. Maybe saying every little thing is cheaper than therapy tonight. 이제 마셔도 되지? Almost. Maybe one more thing always turns to two. Maybe half my drinking time was really talking about you. Maybe undramatic, maybe that's okay. Sometimes you need a good rant to throw the week away. So here's my final statement, listen carefully. 다음부터는 바로 말하자. 네가 노력은 해볼게. One more thing before I drink. Now I'm laughing when I think all the things that make me mad don't feel quite as heavy now. One more thing before I drink. Raise the glass up to the brink. I swear there's nothing left to say. 확실해? 근데 하지마 딱 하나만. One more thing before I drink. One more laugh, one final leave. Leave the whole mess on the table. Tonight I said everything I'm able. One more thing before I drink. 내 맘 아직 안 끝났어. 그냥 마셔. 알았어. 한 잔 더. 진짜 이제 말 안 해? 그래. 근데 걔가 마셔. 내가 언제까지 참냐? 또 왜? 오늘은 들어봐. 100도 한 잔 더. I let Monday slide, Tuesday too. Wednesday came with something new. Thursday you said don't be so serious. Friday I was questioning every choice that brought me here. I go 참, I say please be on time. You say I'm almost there. 20 minutes later you're still fixing your hair. 적당히 해라. You borrow one thing, then another, then somehow act surprised when I ask where anything is. I got patience, I got manners, I got years of letting go. But even rubber bands have somewhere they won't stretch no more. 나도 사람이다. How long am I supposed to take this? Smile and say that everything's fine. How long am I supposed to take this? So you keep crossing every little line. 내가 언제까지 참냐? 적당히 해라. I kept it cool, I played along. But even patience can't stay strong forever. Let go! 한 잔 더. You say, just one small favor. That's how every disaster starts. One favor becomes three becomes six. Then suddenly I'm fixing things I never even touched. When I got it. And when I finally say I'm busy, you look hurt like I betrayed the nation. Relax, I just said no. 그러니까 진작 말하지. 나도 알아. 근데 사람이 참다 보면 한 번에 터진다니까. Every 괜찮아, every 됐어. Every time I changed the subject, all of it was sitting there, collecting interest. 오늘 정산한다. How long am I supposed to take this? Smile and say that everything's fine. How long am I supposed to take this? You keep crossing every little line. 내가 언제까지 참냐? 나도 사람이다. I kept it cool, I played along. But even patience can't stay strong forever. Let go! 한 잔 더. Yeah. 참는 것도 체력이야. Now my friend is laughing, says you'll help again tomorrow. No, I won't, maybe that's the problem. I complain, I swear I'm done. Then somebody calls and there I run. Maybe half of this is really on me. I taught everybody I would always say this. 그건 인정. Oh, and yeah, don't enjoy it too much. But from now on, one favor means one. 5 minutes means 5, and I'm almost there. Better mean I can see you. 알겠냐? Maybe I don't need to blow up a fight. Maybe one good no can save the whole night. I can still be kind, still be your friend without caring everything from beginning to end. 적당히 참자, 그게 맞지. 그리고 적당히 마시자, 그건 네가 지켜. 다른 얘기하자. How
I supposed to take this? Not another day like before. How long am I supposed to take this? Maybe I don't have to anymore. 내가 언제까지 참냐? 나도 사람이다. I can't say no. I can let it pass. I can leave your problems where they're at. 적당히 해라. 이제서 후회나 좀. How long am I supposed to take this? Tonight I finally learned the line. Being nice doesn't mean everybody gets all of my time.
So here's to patience, here's to me, and here's to saying what I really mean. 됐고
한 잔 더. 한 잔 더.
야 적당히 마신다며 그건 내일부터 취하니까 솔직해지네 뭐가 또 사실은 말이야 yeah. When I'm sober I'm a gentleman I nod and smile, I understand. You talk too much, I say, that's fine. You show up late, I say, take your time. But 2 small drinks and suddenly my man has taken a night off from me. 맨정신은 못하지. I kept so many little thoughts locked behind my teeth. Now somebody found the key and poured it in my drink. Don't ask a question if you don't want truth. Tonight my filter has left the room. I try to behave, I really did. 내가 다 말한다. Tipsy makes me honest. That's the trouble tonight. All the things I never say are coming out just right. Tipsy makes me honest. Maybe honest just a bit too much. I was quiet all week long. Now nobody can shut me up. 취하니까 솔직해지네. 사실은 말이야. You asked for the truth. 한 잔 더. First, that shirt you love so much is not your best. Yeah, you said be honest. Second, when you sing in the car, you miss half the notes, but somehow get louder. I go chump. Third, you always say I'm not stubborn, then argue for an hour about how you're not stubborn. See the problem? In that story you've told us 50 times. 좋아하는 얘긴데 we know all 50 versions. Maybe this drink is dangerous. Maybe my mouth needs supervision. But somebody asked me what I really think. 그럼 말해야지. Tipsy makes me honest. That's the trouble tonight. Ooh, all the things I never say are coming out just right. Tipsy makes me honest. Maybe honest just a bit too much. I was quiet all week long. Now nobody can shut me up. 취하니까 솔직해지네. 맨정신에 못하지. 사실은 말이야 한 잔 더. 이제 진짜 중요한 얘기다. Now here's the part I never tell you when the sun is up and coffee's on the table. You drive me crazy, that's all true. But when things fall apart, I still call you. You talk too much, you're always late. You test every little piece of patience that I have. But when I need somebody, you show up in your way. Usually 20 minutes late, but you stay. 좋은 말도 안 해, 가만히 있어, I'm not finished. Maybe I complain because we're close. Maybe the ones we know the best annoy us most. 사실은 말이야 너 없으면 심심해. 뭐라고? 못 들었으면 됐어. Tipsy tells the truth I hide all day. Half complain, half things I'm scared to say. Maybe tomorrow I'll deny this part. Say the drink was talking, not my heart. 내가 다 기억한다. 그건 반칙이지. Tipsy makes me honest. Now you know it all. Every little complaint and what was underneath it all. Maybe that's not such a crime. Sometimes truth means one good friend, one good laugh, and a little time. 취하니까 솔직해지네. 내가 다 말한다. 싫은 것도 많고 좋은 것도 좀 있고 좀 욕심내지 마. Tipsy makes me honest. But tomorrow don't remind me. Leave these words right on the table. Let tonight stay behind me. Raise the glass, laugh it through. I said too much, but most was true. 맨정신은 못하지. 녹음했는데 또 지워.
지워 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 취하니까 솔직해지네 한 잔 더 하면 뭐 나오냐 그건 나도 몰라 한 잔 더 한 잔 더 한 잔 더
욕하다 보니 정 들었네. 이제 인정하냐? 아직 아니야. I've complained about your timing, complained about your ways, complained about the same old stories you've been telling me for days. You take my food, you lose my stuff, you call at midnight just to ask, yeah, 자냐? If I'm answering, I'm obviously not sleeping now. I know every little habit, every excuse before you speak. I can predict your next mistake almost 7 days a week. And somehow after all this time you're still sitting next to me. That's suspicious. Maybe I've complained too long. Maybe something went all wrong. Somewhere between 아이고 참 and another angry song. 정이 들었나? 아니겠지.
Talk so much trash, I got attached. Every little thing you do still drives me mad. Talk so much trash, now look at that. If you don't show up tonight, I start asking where you're at.
욕하다 보니 정 들었네.
미운 정이 무섭다.
You annoy me when you're here. 없으면 심심해. 한 잔 더. You arrive late and I complain, but when you're really late I check my phone again. You talk too much, I roll my eyes, but when you're quiet I ask, yeah, 어디 아파? That's not normal. You steal one fry, I guard the plate, then order extra because I know you're gonna take 8. 그냥 먹으라고 줘. 그건 또 자존심 상하지. I say, don't call me with your problems. Then the phone rings. 뭔 일인데? See, this is how it happens.
Every complaint became a story, every story became a night. And somehow all those stupid fights turned into memories I like.
미운 정이 무섭다더니
Talk so much trash, I got attached. Every little thing you do still drives me mad. Talk so much trash, now look at that. If you don't show up tonight, I start asking where you're at.
욕하다 보니 정 들었네.
없으면 심심해. 좋아한다는 거네.
말을 왜 그렇게 해? 한 잔 더. 이상하네. 욕하려고 만났는데 If somebody else complains about you, that's where things get strange. Suddenly all those little faults don't sound quite the same. I say, yeah, he's late a lot, but he's not a bad guy. He talks too much, but he means well. Wait, why am I defending you? 정 들었다니까. 조용히 해.
Maybe only I can complain. Maybe that's an old friend rule. I can call you every name, but somebody else better play it cool.
참나.
After all those years, all those fights, all those late night calls, you're one of the first people I'd still call if everything falls.
이런 말 맨정신은 못한다. Maybe friendship isn't pretty, maybe it complains a lot. Maybe 정is all the little things you thought you'd rather not.
You get on my nerves, I get on yours. We slam imaginary doors.
Then 2 days later, same old seat, same old table, same old drinks. 욕하다 보니 정 들었네. 이제 인정했네.
오늘만 talk so much trash, I got attached. Now the whole damn thing just makes me laugh. Talk so much trash, can't take it back. All those little irritating things became a part of what we had.
욕하다 보니 정 들었네.
미운 정이 무섭다. You drive me crazy, that's still true.
근데 없으면 심심해. 또 말해봐.
두 번은 안 해. Talk so much trash, still here somehow. Maybe that's what old friends are really all about.
Laugh it off, raise the glass, leave the little grudges in the past. 자, 네 얘기는 끝? 진짜? 근데 걔가 또 늦었잖아. 또 시작이네.
Talk so much trash, still here somehow. Maybe that's what old friends are really all about.
Laugh it off, Raise the glass, leave the little grudges in the past. 자, 이 얘기는 끝, 진짜? 근데 걔가 또 늦었잖아. 또 시작이네. 욕은 해도 내 친구지 뭐. 한 잔 더.
가만 생각해보니 다 내 탓이다. 갑자기? 나도 방금 알았어.
All night long, I blamed your time and blamed your mouth, blamed your ways, blamed the things you never finished, blamed the things you forgot for days. I made a list, I made a speech, I had evidence for everything. And somewhere near the bottom of this glass, a strange little thought walked in. What if I could've just said no? 내가 문제였네? 이제 알았냐? 주연도 해잔다. You kept asking, I kept saying yes, then complained about the stress. You came late, I kept waiting, then acted shocked when nothing changed. 남 탓만 했네. It's all my fault. Well, maybe not all, but enough that I should take a little blame tonight. It's all my fault. I kept saying Grand China, then came here with a glass and complained for hours. 다 내 탓이다. 내가 문제였네. 드디어 인정? 인정. 한 잔 더. You said, can I borrow this? I said, sure. You said, can you help me? I said, of course. You said, I'll be there soon. I waited 40 minutes and never once said, go home. Then later I complained, why do they always do this? Well, because I always let you. 아이고 참. I thought reading minds was part of friendship. Thought you somehow know where my limit was. Turns out boundaries work a little better when you actually say them. 그게 맞지. 왜 오늘 다 맞는 말만 해. Maybe you were difficult, maybe I made room. Maybe both of us kept dancing to the same old tune. So before I order another round, 내 탓도 있다. It's all my fault. Well, maybe not all, but enough that I should take a little blame tonight. It's all my fault. I kept saying Grand China, then came here with a glass and complained for hours. 다 내 탓이다. 남 탓만 했네. 날이 컸다. 비꼬지 마. 그래도 한 잔 더. 숨은곱 욕하고 이제 알았네. Maybe you talk too much, maybe you were always late, maybe you still owe me that charger from last May. I'm not forgetting everything, 역시. But maybe I enjoyed being the patient one, the acting like the hero who can handle everyone. Then after smiling all day, I'd sit down late at night and blame the whole damn world for never treating me right. That's a little embarrassing. 내가 참. Maybe next time I'll say what I mean, say no, and it's no, say enough when it's enough. No secret scorecard, no 10-year list, no saving little grudges for nights like this. 그럼 이제 욕하네? 그건 또 모르지. 사람이 갑자기 변하냐? Here's to all the nights I blame somebody else. Here's to finally laughing at a little bit of myself. Here's to bad decisions, late replies, and stubborn pride. Here's to seeing both sides before the morning light. 다 내 탓이다. 아니, 다까지는 아니고 역시나 반은 내 탓이다. It's all my fault. Or enough of it is mine. I can stop blaming everybody for everything tonight. It's all my fault. And somehow that feels fine. I can lie, praise the glass, leave the old complaints behind. 넌 탓만 했네. 내가 문제였네. 인정? 인정. But tomorrow starts again. I'll say what I mean and try to be a better friend. If you show up late, I'll tell you straight. If you borrow my stuff, bring it back the same day. And if you drive me crazy, 그땐 또 한잔하지 뭐. 결론은 그거냐? It's all my fault.